Hey you guys, it's Jordan. I'm making another video again. Man, I swear to God, the second I turned my fan off in my room, it just got hot as shit in here. So, man, I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but I don't know. I just figured I'd check up with you guys. It's been a while since my last video, as usual. That's kind of become my catchphrase at this point, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I've just really been in between working and stuff like that, just trying to find better ways to do personal work without it being, stressful or whatever. Usually when I do personal work, and I'll go over some I've done recently, I guess. But I don't know. I figured I'd just catch up because I don't want there to be too much to cover whenever I do my next art log. So this one's just gonna be like a spontaneous. Like I swear, I was just browsing through YouTube and I was just like, you know what, I could probably make a video real quick. So here I am. But yeah, what was I about to say? I'm losing my train of thought already because I didn't plan any of this out. But anyways, yeah, I'm basically trying to figure out different ways to do this personal work thing. Just something to do whenever I'm not like working on a commission or with another company or doing a project for like my portfolio. Just smaller things I can fit in here and there that aren't too serious, that aren't like super refined looking. Just sketches. And if some of you guys are following like me on Instagram or whatever. You probably saw me post a thing with a bunch of like bags on it, and I'm just gonna show you guys some of the sketches real quick. So it was called. It was basically it started as a crawling kit thing, and I noticed like you guys ever go through Pinterest and you see just a bunch of pages with like props and they're all like neatly like sorted on the page. I just wanted to try something like that just for fun, see where it would take me. And this actually ended up being really fun to do. So the way that I got started with this was I basically took the crawling kit from the board game or the tabletop game me and my friends play. I think it's called Shadow Dark or something. Let me see. Yeah, it's called Shadow Dark. It's an RPG like tabletop system. Let me show you guys the font real quick. Some gnarly fuck. That's a crazy first page, man. Holy shit, man. Man. I just realized. Okay, man. Gotta love it. But yeah, usually there's like these items that you can have on your person, and I figured, like why not draw one of the packs that people have, or maybe at least some items that would be in it and see where that takes me. So I just started with the crawling kit. And at first I was just gonna like consider like whenever I drew an item I would try to consider the cost of it to see like how good it would look, how good it would how fancy looking it would be, what kind of materials would be on it, try to have that reflect the cost of it. But then I was like, that's a little too much thinking for me right now. So I just ended up drawing a bunch of bags and a few things that were related to those bags, and yeah, this is where I got. And for some of them I did this thing where like you just kind of make a random shape and you try to make it into something. So here, I'll show you guys real quick. My teacher at Kingston actually brought this up in class before at FZD. But it's basic. I mean, it's not anything new. Like, surely you guys have probably seen this before. Let me put this over here real quick. I don't want any of my cloud saves to just randomly open. NDAs and whatnot, But yeah, so because in the beginning, like I think this one right here was the first one I drew. This little bag thing. It looks more like a water skin. Maybe it is a water skin, all right. But yeah, I started with these two, and then I was like, man, I don't know really where to go from here. I thought about like using keywords, and here I briefly thought about like, what if you combined the there's this gear loops on modern backpacks, right? Or like, I guess you could say military backpacks. What if I mixed that with like a medieval bag? Like, would that be a thing? Like, I'm sure people have done it historically, right? Like, it's not that advanced of a thought, you know. It's not like some kind of like 4D chess move. But man, why does Photoshop take so long when you open it to like start working? Holy shit, man. I'm not getting tilted. I'm gonna try to get through one video without being tilted. But yeah. So, okay, since Photoshop is being stupid. Dude, what? Wait. Oh, I see. Okay, wait. No. Cancel, goddammit. Alright, I'll just do it on this one. On this. Bada boom, bada bing. What? Why didn't it work? Man. Okay, there we go. Okay, finally. Now that it's opened, now that the damn app is finally opened, it has to load. What the hell? Man. Okay, while that's loading. Yeah, while that's loading. Yeah, that was the idea with these two images, but it was tricky. Like it was like I was like, how am I gonna do this? Nah, you know, that's kind of too much on the thinking side. I just want to have fun and just draw cool looking stuff. So, for some of the bags, what I did, right? I'll just draw like a quick, dude. Where's my? Oh my! God damn it! My drawing tablet isn't hooked up. Hold on. I got, bro. These are the most scuffed videos I've ever made. Holy yo! You have people on YouTube that have these like intros and stuff with like all the little music and the like cozy text. Then you click on my channel and you have me fidgeting with my fucking Photoshop for 2 minutes, and then I forgot to plug in my. Oh man, here I am though. All right, so like what my teacher would do is like he would draw these random shapes, and it's funny because these are actually similar shapes that were on the page. I don't know, like you get like really similar shapes though, honestly. And you just kind of fill up the page. Oh shit. Just fill up the page, right? And from these shapes you would try to draw something, either that like you try to make it into something. That's what I did with the bag. So like if I was trying to make that a bag, that'd be like that. This will be probably like a loop, a little strap right here with some loops, some more string going through, probably another string going out the back or something. I don't know, but you get it, right? Like you just basically try to make things out of these random shapes. And of course you can edit them a little bit, but like the whole purpose is to kind of just like, I don't know, come up with something. Or like he said he would also practice like this, like his 3D forms. So you go like that and just try to get used to drawing like with 3D things in mind or something like that. You guys get what I mean? So like stuff like that. It's funny, like whenever, and they're pretty quick too. Like you can do these pretty quick, and I think it's a good way to practice. I don't know. I've never got any like insight from it. Like, oh, I haven't. You know what I mean? That's the tricky part with practicing, right? Is like with exercises like this. Like people say, practice your perspective. You know, I get like a little insight every now and then when I'm doing perspective stuff, but like for studying forms, I feel like this wouldn't really work unless you're drawing the shape based on like an object you're looking at, right? But yeah, that was pretty much how I like tried to come up with the items there. Okay, so yeah, that's how I would pretty much do the whole bag thing. So yeah, that's how I would do that. And then from here, I basically started adding like little hints of color. Of course, this is what I call like the ugly duck phase. You hate it. Like I hate when I don't know what colors I want to use for anything. And I kind of redesigned things too here. Like maybe I started thinking like, man, these shapes are starting to look like some of the things weren't making sense as far as color went. So I started playing with more color again, different kinds of saturation and whatnot. And then I took the thing out the top because it was looking a little too what's it called? It just didn't feel like it fit right. So I just took the things out the top and cropped it down. And then I just added more items from the kit. So like in the crawling kit, you can see cow traps. Are those in there? All right. Well, no, there's not cow traps in the crawling kit here, but there's the iron spikes, which are these cow traps. I don't know where I got those from. I think I bought them. Like when you make a character in like an RPG, right? You can choose like you roll a dice based on your class to get like the gold or whatever to buy things that your character would have had before the party like met each other. That's kind of what I was thinking. Like, no. That's where I got the cow traps. Okay. Yeah. So I started right here. Then we moved to the next one. Wait. Yeah, this is where I kind of cropped in the page or whatever and got rid of that top part. And I started landing on different colors here, but I don't know. I didn't, when I see the thing that I'm starting to notice with colors and stuff is just like, it's taking me some time, but it's definitely like when I look at this, it's kind of jarring in a way. Like I look at it and I don't know where my eyes are like, I don't know. For me personally, I don't stop and look at either any of the designs. Like my eyes don't naturally just like flow through the page. You know what I mean? I could be talking completely out my ass here. Like some of you guys could probably be able to look at this and like be like, oh yeah, look at this and oh look at that. But like for me, it feels like I jump from blue to the blue to the blue, and then like I jump here, and then I'm up here. It just feels like really chaotic in a way. I think that's the best way to describe that. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the best way to describe that. And I was gonna add like a gem or something. I don't know if that was in my last one. Let me see. Yeah, I was gonna add a gem, but I don't really know how to like color gems yet. So I was just like, all right, I'll just tackle that later. Here you can see I had an apple, but it can't just be me, man. Apples for some reason are like so strange to draw because they're so like weird. If you don't draw them like a specific way, they're super flat for no reason. I don't get it. Probably gonna, if you guys notice any cuts, it's probably because of my stupid ass probably, I accidentally like clicked on something that was open and it revealed something that's NDA. So like, if there's any abrupt cuts, just know that's what that was. All right, your boy is not the brightest. This is, you know what? This is exactly why I sometimes like I toy with the idea of streaming like on Twitch or something. But dude, I'm like terrified of leaking something. Like if I'm that one idiot like that would be in the office who would like I don't know. I'd have it like dude, I don't know, man. But yeah, what was I talking about before I man. Oh, yeah, okay. I was talking about the crystal, and I didn't know how to render the crystal, so I ended up taking it out. I think that's where we were. Okay, let me go back. All right, we jumped too forward. We jumped too far ahead there. Okay, so yeah, looking at this page, I was just kind of torn on the colors because there were some things that. Oh no, I was talking about the damn apple, dude. Yeah, something about an apple, like specifically, I've never like. If I look at an apple sketch, let me go to Pinterest real quick, or an apple drawing. Let me see. Apple drawing. Man, now I just feel stupid. What the hell? These people make it look easy. All right. Oh man, my weakness has been revealed. I'm forever gonna be known as the guy who can't draw a fucking apple. All right, whatever, dude. Anyways, yeah, I deemed the apple unworthy of the page eventually. So once I noticed like all the colors, there was like no harmony in the page. So I brought myself to the next page, which is a lot easier to look at for me. Like I instead of my eyes like jumping around the page and whatnot here, like it is here, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. But here it feels like okay, like I'm looking through the blue items and then I'm looking through the green items and then I'm looking through the yellows. You know, I'm not like oh, green, blue, red, you know, I don't know. Maybe that's like I swear to God, like I'm not. This is why I don't record videos spontaneous, like out of nowhere. See, because now I'm gonna make myself look like an idiot when I like actually have a really good idea, but I don't know how to explain it. Maybe okay, maybe I can take up some more prop pages on Pinterest and show you guys real quick. Um, let's see. Oh, this looks pretty cool. Okay, look at this. Okay, maybe that's not a good example. What the hell was I talking? Oh, dude, these prop pages look fun. See, I want to do more stuff like this. Oh, maybe even like this, dude. Like have like you know how in Fallout when you're making like a settlement, right? And there's like these prefabs of like a table. Like and it has all the props on the table and you just place it. Like that's the like stuff like this would be really cool. I'm saving that. Man. Talk about it. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like I made a video about this like a long time ago. Before I went to FZD, it was like titled like how I find inspiration. Probably has some shitty music over me talking, but if you can bear with the music, like I swear to God, I had a good point. It's like sometimes when I don't know what to draw, I'll go on Pinterest, and if you can find the balance between like not comparing yourself and your art to someone else, if you can find that like sweet spot when you're not like thinking like, oh man, this guy's so much better than me, and instead you can look at it like, oh fuck, that's so cool, like I think I should try something like that. It's so much nicer. Now on ArtStation sometimes it's kind of because like I'll see somebody working on a project I wish I like had, and then I'm like, man, fuck. So like it's tricky once I start hitting that like that wall where like you know I'm comparing instead of like I don't know. I'm not clever enough right now for another word that's like the opposite of comparing, but yeah, whenever I don't find that, like whenever I hit that wall where I'm thinking, you know, oh man, it should have been me, like some crazy shit like that, like that's when I take a break. Oh, look at this. This looks pretty fun. See, like I feel like this is what prop design is all about, right? It's like taking these boring items, an item that you would usually find like uninspiring, and just make it like here. I want to show you guys this actually. Like this is what I was trying to do with these props, but I probably got halfway there by the time I finished. But let me see. See, okay. Okay, look. So you look at all these suitcases, right? Like if you had to design these and make them look fun, or like if you wanted to do a page of them, like for practice, right? Oh, my mic's like faced the other way. You could like look at this. It almost the suitcase almost reflects who has it. Like who does it belong to? Obviously, like people in real life aren't that expressive, right? But when you go at this like over the top decoration, it kind of like in a way it humanizes this seemingly like I don't know what word, like bland item. You know, like you take this suitcase and you draw it in some like cartoony style, and you add these flares to it. But yeah, that's pretty much what I was going for with these. Just like a prop page, nothing crazy. Because I'm on Instagram, like I tend to post like these. Well, recently I've been posting like bigger projects, like things that take me over 100 hours to do, right? And that doesn't always like. I don't want my Instagram page to just be that. You know, I want people to see also like the sketches and the stuff that's not so like polished. You know. So yeah, here's another one. Oh wait. Oh, so yeah, you can see at the bottom these little bars like with the corresponding color. If you guys were to ask me, my favorite color out of this page is between blue and green. Yellow I couldn't really land on. I like yellow came through a little bit in the end, but man, something about green and blue was just so like it came so naturally with these. And I had the most fun with those two, hands down, no doubt. I was also trying to find like a fun way to make a scroll like a little bit more interesting. Like I would imagine, right, that scrolls in a real if you realistically think about magic and how dangerous it is, right? I'm sure there would be some kind of seal on it that's like enchanted, right? And possibly color coded to know that like, hey, like if you touch this scroll the wrong way and it's a necromancy scroll, like this shit better have like danger signs all over it. Like instead of one seal for like a necromancy spell, right? Maybe there's like multiple. There's like for a healing spell, like what could go wrong? You know what I mean? There's like half a seal on there. But like for a necromancy seal, there's probably like, you know, fucking the thing's red, like the inner page is like a hue of red, and there's multiple straps just like magically enchanted to stop someone from accidentally opening it and like, I don't know, turn undeading the fucking storekeeper, you know, the shopkeeper or whatever. But yeah, I really from the greens, I really like the axe. That was pretty fun. What else? Honestly, man, I had a lot of fun with everything, really. It was just like, this was just one of those things where I just sat in a Discord and just talked, you know, and like while I'm talking shit with people, like I just sitting here sketching. And then I add the background and the outline for the items. And originally I was like, this one gave me the most trouble, man. I could not figure out what the hell this shape was, because like I said in that earlier thing, the thing I did here, like I somehow got the shape of this little cone looking thing, and it ended up like giving me the most trouble. I couldn't figure out what the hell it was supposed to be, like for the life of me. I still like, it's been a while since I looked at like the finished version of this page, but I still didn't really understand what that thing was supposed to be. It says dagger sheath there, but I swear to God I came up with that like on the fly. Like I didn't know what that was gonna be. And sure, there's some cool looking curved dagger sleeves or whatever, or sheaths, but I don't know, man. You could see like here a small change you maybe didn't notice was like I had the green going into the yellow here, so like it was kind of like some kind of transition going on there, but I just took that out because I was just like, it's kind of like overcomplicating it. And the torch, I felt like the torch was also kind of like a filler item, but at the same time, it's like, depending on your campaign, right? It's like a torch is a pretty important thing. I don't know how, like, in Shadow Dark, we use this system where it's like the torchlight is based on like real time, right? So like while you're going through a dungeon or something, like say you have like 3 hours worth of torches, well, that's probably like a session, right? But like at the end of the session, if you haven't found any more torches, it's like, oh fuck, the next session is gonna be kind of scary. You know what I mean? There's been plenty of times like in our campaign where like our torch went out mid fight, and it was pretty scary. Like I just really like the campaigns where it's like kind of realistic. You know, sure there's like tabletop, you know, parties that like play like in this carefree mode, but I feel like, dude, if I'm in a dungeon and I'm like chopping like undead in half, like, dude, I don't see anything cheerful about that. My character's not gonna be making jokes while he's doing it unless he has a fucking death wish, you know what I mean? Like yeah, like I like the grittiness side of like the grit. Fuck, One of you guys, I mentioned I say this word a lot, but I swear to God, I'm not referencing the goddamn dance. Okay, I'm not. But what's another word for gritty, dude? I'm not gonna keep going over this shit every time I bring this goddamn word up. Synonyms, nyms for, synonyms for gritty. Sandy. What the fuck? There's no other word for this? Coarse grained, farinaceous, grainy, granular, granulose, mealy. What the fuck? There's no synonyms for this word, dude. No, I don't accept that. Dude, I can't keep using this word. Okay, I'm just gonna say grounded, okay? Yeah, there's something about like grounded campaigns that just, man, that doesn't have the same ring to it though. Man, this is finna piss me off, dude. All right. Anyways, yeah, you can see at the bottom right. This thing was giving me some trouble for a long time because it was on the right side and I wanted it to fit with the gold section, and the torch also didn't really feel like a gold item. It was probably more of a green item if I'm being honest. More of a green item for sure because I felt like the blue was more like your the blue felt more like your adventurer, like that's he's going on some daring adventures. He's got the scrolls and the lockpicks and this potion bottle and a grapple hook. The green felt more like a forester, like someone who's in the forest, or some kind of like ranger, like on a patrol, like ranger, like like how there's guard patrols that might stick to the routes. I would imagine like a ranger in this case would be like the guys who are also patrolling, but they patrol like off road. You know what I mean? They're not like in your face. Like if you were a I don't know, like a trader, right? Like you'd be passing most of the guards that are on the road. That's where the guards would be. But like the rangers are going through and finding like people like hiding a dead body or some shit, or like maybe like dead animals that weren't like properly butchered after you killed them. Illegal killings type stuff. I guess guards could run into that kind of stuff, but like I would imagine that a guard would stay more on the main roads than like climbing over fallen logs and climbing, walking through puddles of water, and getting his like outfit, all his uniform all messed up. It depends on the city too, right? Like some cities might want their guards to look more pristine, others might not give a shit. They're like hardened, but I imagine the forester is probably like like some kind of scout. But when I think about that, like these bags are a little bit more on the decorated side. They just kind of have the same color scheme. So these are the thoughts I was thinking about when I was like going through this. I even try, and then for the yellow, I was thinking like a noble or something, right? Like someone who's like city folk and like rich, or like a scholar or something. So like if they had a flint, like a flint and steel, like their steel would have like a gold piece on the end, and then they have like a king's like pin that would like they would attach their cloak with or something. Like a market bag that's like all trimmed with gold, like gold colors. Although like realistically, purple is that color that in medieval times was like super rare. Like if someone had like a purple jacket or something, they were rich as fuck, because like, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm cursing. because like if like I think the process for at the time for getting like purple dye was like like crushing some like snail or something. Let me see. How did medieval people get get purple? See, this is how my brain like process. Like dude, I feel like whenever I Google stuff sometimes like I just sound like a caveman. In medieval Europe, the blush amethyst was created. Okay, I can't read this out loud. I just don't have it in me. Purple cloth was rare in medieval Europe, partially because blue and red dyes were made by separate guilds, and use of another guild's color was forbidden. Dude, do we have guilds today? I wonder. I wonder if guilds back then were like in actual buildings and shit. Like, were they basically a gang though? Like, I'm repping like medieval crip. If they use our blue dyes, they're fucked. Oh no, man. Medieval crip is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna get back on the topic here. Yeah, I even had this. I don't know what this was. I think it was like supposed to. It was supposed to be like a cinnamon, like some kind of spice. There was just like a cup, like a clay cup, that they would probably carry on them. Some dice. Maybe you play some dice with the boys. And I also had like the coins. Like these would be like your copper and silver, and then like over here you have the gold coins. I have some kind of pendant here that was fun to draw. This was pretty fun to draw. I remember I was drawing this while I was watching 48 Hours or something. That movie where the guy gets stuck in the hole. I won't say any, like it was like a hiking guy. He was like, there's so many movies I haven't watched because like when I was growing up, we just didn't have like or for a majority, like I think I remember getting internet. Maybe I was probably around like 13, 14 is when we got internet. So like when people ask me like, oh, how don't you know what this is? Like, my guy, I was like playing Halo Reach offline with my brother, or like Skyrim. I was playing Halo Reach, Skyrim, and what was the other game we probably had at that time? Halo 3, Halo ODST. What other game? I know some of you. I know Evan's over there probably thinking, "Old Time Splitters." Fuck you. I'm not gonna bring that game up every time I talk about old games, dickhead. What was the other one, man? Dude, I know there was another game I'm forgetting. Oh, like Modern Warfare 2 and 3. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, and like. Maybe my cousin, he had my cousin Julian, he had this game called Saints Row 3. God, that game was so good, man. Saints Row 3 and 2 were like fucking top tier. It was like actually almost better than GTA in my opinion. But hey, maybe I'm crazy. You know what I just realized too? Like when I was talking about like guards and stuff, I'm realizing this about my art as I go, is like I have this very simplistic looking style, it looks like, but I don't know. Whenever I'm thinking like what the things are used for, it's actually kind of dark. Like it's in a dark setting, but like my art style is like kind of like oh fuck. Hold on, dickhead. I'm recording a video again. Fuck, what was I about to say? Yeah, my art style kind of doesn't match the... I mean, I haven't really hinted at anything gritty. Like, when I say dark, it's like not like lighthearted fantasy. It's like the grounded fantasy, like gritty fantasy. Not the dance. So yeah, here I started adding in like the color shading and stuff. Pretty simplistic shading, if I'm being honest. Like if I go back and forth, you can't really. I mean, it's there, but yeah. Also, that's what I ended up doing. All right, so yeah, that's what the this item ended up looking like. So I didn't like I kept the same shape still, but I kind of tied some of the shape language, I guess, and colors from that one into it. So I mean, the flute was also kind of random. I don't know what I was thinking there. That was just kind of like a filler item, but we got through it. Yeah, yeah. With some of these, I changed some of the like this bag right here too was looking pretty weird. Now that I think about it, but yeah, that's pretty much how this one went. I'm pretty happy with it overall, but yeah. Wait, let me see. I don't know if I'm okay. The only thing I kind of regret when I posted this was probably the background. The background could have probably been like a little more tan, like a yellow tan, I feel. Or like a brown, like a tan brown. You know, like how the color of like old paper, like medieval paper. That's probably what I would have went with for the background. Um, but yeah, overall this was pretty fun to do. Definitely gonna do some more stuff like this with like different colors. I think that would be pretty cool. I also thought about like pitting these on like cards, like as if they were like items, and have them like not necessarily like a game like with like descriptions and shit, but like just a card. I also added like this like film grain to it, to these like a little bit. Oh shit. Yeah, film grain to these a little bit, but yeah, I didn't want to overdo it. I felt like I had like a decent amount. Dude, I really like that how the axe came out. I don't know why. But yeah, if I were to redo this and go back, I'd probably take the torch and the flute out and put like other items that better represented this color. I was thinking like maybe I don't know. I actually don't know what I would have added in place of it. Oh yeah, these were pretty fun too. Like these like blueberries mixed with like random nuts. These are like flint. That was like a flint and steel. I had to like watch a video to see how flint and steel like were used before I started drawing like different kinds of flints or different kinds of steels. And I looked up some steel, like some steel. Why is it just called steel? Like, isn't there a name for the steel that you use with flint? What's the name for steel used with flint? High carbon steels. Striker. Okay, okay, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, strikers. Dude, what if I did like I could do a color, I could do a color and a class and like have a bunch of items that the class would have, or I could do a color and a profession. Like I know in there's this other game that we play called Forbidden Lands. Forbidden Lands. PDF. Okay. This is the other one we play called Forbidden Lands. Personally, my favorite. Very fun. But in here you have what's it called? Skills. Okay, let me go to 51 real quick. Man, this is gonna be a long video, dude. I didn't expect. I thought this. Dude, I think it's like impossible for me to make a short video at this point, man. I just have too much fun. Like once I start recording, I just have a lot of fun talking to you guys. It's like it's, it's like it's funny because I barely know any of you guys. There's like what like 10,000 of you guys on here now. Even though there's like maybe a fraction of that who actually watch every video or whatever. It's pretty interesting to I'm guessing you guys are probably drawn. I hope you're drawn. If you're listening to me while you're playing a game, you're a dickhead. You better not be. I try to make these videos with the thought in mind that you guys are probably drawn. Let me see. I'm trying to find. Okay, so you have skills here, right? Like crafting. You have crafting, uh, agility, like stealth. So like I could do a color with these items or these skills, and like maybe these will be. Oh, dude, that's such a good idea. All right, I could do like, for example, like scouting, like being a wits skill, right? I'd try to find a bunch of things that scouting would include. So you could use the skill when you see something or someone at distance and want to know more about it. So like, what would you use for that? Obviously, like a telescope, like the hand one, not like the one you see planets with. Um, binoculars if you're like more of a modern campaign, but I don't think that exists in this fucking time period. No way. So like the what's it called? A spyglass. Yeah, a spyglass. Maybe like some kind of you could even make the argument that like if you're around a corner, you could use a mirror to like see what's around the corner. Like a mirror on a stick or something. That'd be pretty interesting. Scouting. What else? To discover anyone sneaking up on you. Don't use scouting to find hidden things like secret doors. So maybe like what else would be for scouting? I don't know. See, that's where the fun comes in though. Like you can, because you can start thinking of things like I don't know, like I don't know. It depends on the profession, but like lore seems pretty obvious, like scrolls, books. Survival is pretty obvious, tools for like bushcraft type stuff. Manipulation. This is someone who's like manipulative. Obvious. Holy shit, Jordan! Like so observant. I almost just pissed myself off doing that. Manipulation. Oh, he's good at manipulating stuff. Idiot. Insight. I feel like insight is probably. Yeah. There's some pretty interesting characters that I want to try in these campaigns that we run though. Right now I have Bruiser, but like I had an idea. I have 3 ideas that I want to explore. I wanted to try one with like a character being like a squire that was like like a supportive class. He's like probably good at like cooking and scouting, stuff like that, like a support role. Insightful, like he's really good with insight, but like he's not like a combat heavy, like he's probably have some kind of like utility type fight style. I always try to find like different, like those little spaces for different kinds of characters, even though they might not be like the most damage dealing. Like if I can sacrifice some damage for like something I feel like would be like fun to play with, like I think I'll just choose that. Or like a battlesmith, right? Like I got that idea from Runeterra, because they're like in Demacia, there's like these smiths that, like how smiths usually stay in the city and make all the armor and stuff, and then they hoard it to the front lines or whatever they need them. A battlesmith pretty much goes into the war like with them and smiths stuff like on the spot, and like repairs gear and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, if like, say for example, like if you're marching and like your buckle breaks or something for your cloak, like the battlesmith at your next like campsite can fix it, that kind of stuff. So that would have been cool. That would have been cool for a character. I also wanted to make a trapper, like somebody that like that's always chilling in a trap house. No, I'm joking. Like someone who sets traps, like, or like who's really good at like identifying different footsteps. So like this is the stuff that I think about when I make, like, I want to make more of these prop pages. Is like what, who, like when, where, how, what is it related to, whatever. And as I do more of them, like I'll get better at like the whole color thing and the objects themselves. So that's one thing that I was doing recently with the boys. We did or not the boys. I did that one by myself pretty much. But the next one I pretty much did with them, which was based on our campaign that we're running with Shadow Dark. It's called Amanon. So this one we just basically, I know a lot of you guys clock out when I say like I use the kit like to make something really quick, but that's basically what I did here. I used this kit and just wanted to see like how far I could take a render if I tried to render based off of a like just a 3D model with textures on it, right? Now the thing here is that like usually for me to get to this point, or like let's go to the finished build. Yeah, okay. So usually for me to get to this point, it's gonna take me a long time. Like if I'm modeling everything on my own and then also drawing over it, it's gonna take me a pretty long time. But if I look at my timer right now, let me see. On this project, it was a lot quicker than like anything I did before. Like I think that's what the kit bashing obviously is going to save you a lot of time because you don't have to model things yourself and you can take the models apart and like rearrange them and shit. But this time, like I was like, okay, if I focus not so much on design and try to focus only on rendering, how far can I take a piece? You know what I mean? So I kind of used this as an opportunity to like brush up my painting, like I guess paint over skills. Did I do a good job this time? Probably not, but I did learn a lot in terms of like what my steps are and the order that I do them in are. So like if I look at last month, for this one, we spent about 27 hours. So to get from basically this, which was like, I think I have a sketch somewhere on the Photoshop. Let me see. Here. I'm going to obviously bring it up on another screen because I'm not the brightest sometimes. Let's see. Dude, how long is this fucking video, by the way? It's 47 minutes. Oh my god, dude. Dude, yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. I know you guys can't just like always sit through this shit. I know, like I am well aware that some of you guys wish I made shorter videos, but like how do you do that? How? Like, dude, I'd have to cut out like 90% of like the video. That's crazy. All right, yeah, so this whole thing took about 27 hours to do. So like to go in there, we used a reference page on Pinterest, like we all added to it or whatever. And yeah, we like, I mean, when you make a kit, like if you have to make the kit from scratch, obviously it's going to take you so much longer, but like if you use the kit, like we had one classmate, Leighton, and from my school, and like, or from FZD, the school I went to, my school. Who do I think I am, huh? Leighton. Let me see. All right, Leighton. I don't want to put you on blast here, dude, but your shit was awesome, dude. We'd be in class. I don't know. I forget what it was for. Fuck. I actually don't want to pull up his like art station because like he might like I don't know, he might not want his work to be shown like on a video or something. That's where it's always tricky because like if I bring up one of my classmates, obviously I want to give him like a shout out or whatever, but like I never know who's cool with it and who's not, you know what I mean? But basically in school, like he was making a whole kit for like one of our cutaways that we were doing, one of our projects, and like you could definitely see like towards the end how useful it was, and the experience that he got from that was probably like I'm pretty sure that was very insightful, like in terms of like using different tools on Blender and all that. So if you have the time to sit, like make a kit and then you can just use that kit later to make like new stuff, I feel like that's probably like the way to go. In my case, like if I'm gonna do stuff like this in the future where I want to see how I render better, or practice rendering better rather than like so much being in the early stages of design. Like for this building, like I wasn't trying to make anything like unique, never seen before. You know what I mean? It literally took me 27 hours. Like it's not gonna be, it's not gonna be anything crazy. And if you think 27 hours is a long time, like honestly, that's like 2 weeks. Like with my part-time job that I had, like it was like I'd spend, some days I would spend like a whole day and other days I would just spend like a few hours. So it just averages out to like maybe, I think this took about 2 weeks. So 27 hours divided by 14 days is pretty much, yeah, but like it's in terms of days that I spent like a full day like working on it, I think those are like maybe a few days, like 1 or 2. But you can see here in the other early stages, like when I was making like where I wanted the balcony to be, right? It was like just a early like a block in, and then I end up like pitting these things together from like different parts of the kit, and like making the railings from the beams that are also like on the side of the building, and then like using a lattice on the beam to make it like bend. Just stuff like that, like first level stuff. Not really anything crazy here, but yeah. And then my friend Evan. So like originally we were just gonna do the building. So like I was like, okay, so this is how the building looks. I'm probably gonna put some stuff around like the edge of this square to make it look a little not so like crappy, right? And then just render the building. Then my friend Evan, he was just like, oh, you should add the background too, man. I'm like, fuck. Like, all right, fine. So I start working on the background here. Again, like just using the tools from the kit. The lighting is still pretty like bare bones, I guess. This is Eevee render, so yeah. I don't think I've put this out on Instagram yet, so yeah, this might just be a part of another sketch thing I put out and just be like, oh, by the way, I did this thing. So yeah, added in the background and stuff. A lot of it doesn't even make sense if you really like think about the placement. But yeah, and then they taught me how to use this light. I think it was between Satchet and Evan. Both of them, I kind of like asked both of them questions here and there with the light, like the sunlight. I think it was Evan actually. Yeah, he helped me with the placement of the sunlight, where you can like change the temperature based on like what time of day it is or something like that. Like a cooler light being a certain degree, like versus like a warmer light being another like part of the day or something. So yeah, here I just kind of changed the background. Like on the right side, I raised that like that dome shaped building up, and added like another building, like kind of cutting off of the side of it. Then here I just played with the lighting again. So this is like the brighter, more white light, and this is the warmer light. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about here, let me pull it up. Okay, so this is pretty much what it is. So like something like this, like a candlelight being more on the, like, I don't know, maybe there's a better color temperature scale. Okay, like warm light, bright light, direct sun. Okay, this is better. See, blue sky, direct sunlight, and incandescent. Holy fuck! I just butchered that so bad. Incandescent, and then candlelight. So these are okay. So yeah, I basically, this is direct sunlight or whatever, and this one's warmer. So it's like on the left, and this one's more in the middle. And on this one, this was another like slight change. I just wanted to like add the shadows on the right to hint at another building coming from the right side, so that maybe it would be a little less like empty on that side. You see how that is? It's like nothing's there. Like it's like literally nothing's there. So I added that to make it feel like there was some kind of building like out of frame. And I don't know how yet, but like these shadows in Eevee and Cycles, I don't know if this is Cycles or Eevee. I think this is Cycles. But yeah, I don't know why my shadows are like so choppy looking. I don't know. I gotta figure that out. And then I basically just added more kind of, because I thought like if I leave the background like this, all this empty space is pretty much nothing. So if I were to like try to render from here, it's like, okay, well, what's behind all of this and what's overhead? And I'm not finished with this piece yet either, so but yeah, I basically just added some more stuff in the background to make it look like it was part of a city, And then on the sides, it takes place in like a barricaded. So forgot to mention here, uh, like at this point the build like so like it was how do I explain it? It's like a very hostile city. Let's just say that in the desert, water's scarce. There's probably not a lot of lawful characters in this area, so you probably have your more chaotic neutrals, your chaotic evils, you know. So things are more boarded up, and I forgot to put boards on like the side doors, you know, the background stuff. So I think at one point I just did that. Yeah, see. So I boarded up this window, I mean these doors, that door, and added some planks randomly on the ground. Some planks that are probably pried off of this door right here, with that being the only reason it's open. Now, like, obviously, like, the door could be more, like, beaten up and whatnot, like, falling apart. But like I said, just not trying to focus on design yet, or at all in this case. Here I just kind of added fog, atmospheric fog, and try to, like, add the fog behind the building to separate it from the background. I watched a little bit of Fang's video from FZD School, the YouTube channel here. I'll show you guys real quick. 98 cinematic lighting. He the only thing that bothered me about this video was he did it on a night scene, and this is a day scene, so I don't know how like that would work out. I need to look at some more paintings and stuff and see how people handle like separating the foreground from the like an object from its background. That's something I still think I didn't really do too well in this, but maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Because for this fog to be here, there has to be something like lighting from the back, you know what I mean? To make it have that kind of... You could argue that it's maybe like the sunlight bouncing off of the ground or something, but like then you have this whole shadowed area here, so that I felt like that wasn't working too well. But without it, I mean, it's hard to see like that this, like it's hard to see where the building ends and the background begins, you know? So I did that. Here I started doing the random like over I guess you could say like the beginning stages of an over painting, I guess. Paint over. I don't know why I said that backwards. But like, yeah, I painted like the little reflections on stuff. Kind of overdid it in my opinion. Like looking back at it, probably overdid it a little bit. Like added some reflections on the bottom of the bricks from the sunlight. Like this bright spot is definitely going to reflect some light up, so I was like adding like these stylized reflections under the bricks, the brick textures, to make it look like the light was like bouncing up. What else can I point out? Yeah, I added like a trim around the bricks to make it look like they were like getting hit from the sunlight, like, and reflecting really hard. I have a really like, I don't know why, I love like those hard reflection like edge lights. I really like that. Like even if it doesn't really make sense, like I don't know, it's just it does something for me. Pause. So here I had flipped the canvas, and I noticed that like this building was really separated from like the rest of it. It just felt really separated, so I added some kind of like bridging between the area. Like imagine if this was in like a game, you'd have like the high ground units and the low ground units. So I was thinking like maybe that's how you get around this map, is like on the top there's a bunch of like barricades maybe on street level that you would have to navigate around. In this case it was like the building was being fortified, and like these tables were making up for like barricades in some scenarios maybe, but like spikes to like point people away from the building. Didn't want to go too much into design here though. Let me see. So yeah, the way that I got these in though was kind of questionable, not gonna lie. So like what I did, instead of like re-rendering the whole thing, obviously, I just basically like photo bashed the damn things back in. Like, so I rendered it again. I took only the parts that I added, like the little bridges between the buildings, and then just left everything else. Added some fog to the back a little bit more too, and added the sky in the back from a photo, and then like I don't know, this thing does not look natural to me like this because I know it wasn't there before. You know what I mean? Like in the scene, of course, it looks a little more natural, but like when I have it on render, something's just not right. I don't know what it is, and that's the most irritating thing when it comes to art. It's like sometimes you know something doesn't look natural or it doesn't look right to you, but you don't know what like would fix that problem. You know what I mean? You're able to identify it, but like you don't really know what the steps are to fix it. And it might not be like some of you guys might look at it and be like, oh, like, there's nothing wrong with it. It might just be like stylistically, like or stylization wise. Like there's something that I would want to achieve style wise that would make it look better to me. That like someone else probably wouldn't recognize because they might have a different style or preference for things. You know. Had a little bit more fun with these bounce lights here. I figured like they would probably bounce off of the metal too, so I kind of added these like reflections on the bottom of the metal. So that's just playing with the textures, you know, like, and then I added like these little white lights. Like these are hard reflections, man. I added these white lights like on top of the bricks and the brick textures. And that kind of made it look like the sunlight was actually a lot stronger than it was, but it made it pop out in the back a little bit more. So like compared to this, right, you don't have those white reflections, so it doesn't really seem like the sun's hitting them too much. But like, I don't know. Like I said, I probably overdid it with that shit, but to me, it was really fun. It was really fun messing around with this. And man, you know, a year from now, I'm gonna look back at this and be like, "Oh fuck," you know. But it's whatever. I also like wanted to add bounce light from this little area because I was like, if these reflections are that strong on these bricks, maybe like the light would bounce up a little bit and kind of under these little things here, into the cracks and crevices of the bricks, into the little, you know, cracks and whatnot, yeah. And then I pretty much just added some textures and changed the sky, the background. So like the sky, I felt like wasn't working. I felt like that just wasn't working. It felt really, I mean, maybe the next one's not working either, but it felt a lot more natural than the last one. Because you can see some mountains at the bottom and the background, like far distance. And then I added some dust particles kind of in the sunlight. So like I added some God rays coming from the left. Some birds in the back. Yeah. Like dust particles and stuff everywhere. Which I thought was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool when I was doing it. I felt pretty badass. I think that's the last one. Let me see. Let's double check. Okay, no. So I took it one step further, I think. Yeah. So I basically took the brightness of this ray down a little bit. You see? And then I highlighted this more. So look. So yeah, I mean overall this was a pretty fun project too. It was like this challenge thing me and the boys were doing, like weekly. But then like we get to the week and we're like, we could use another week. Like for me, like I just don't have a lot of experience or mileage doing like renders over this kind of stuff. So I figured I could try it out a little bit because my style is not this realistic like at all. Like I like things to be a lot more simplistic looking and like high design wise, you know. So like I'll take a hit on rendering and then like just design things out more. That's how I like to do things rather than like high design, high detail, you know, or high design, like high graphics. But like this is the only one where like my friend walked in and he was like, "Oh, you did that?" I'm like, "Well, kinda." Like I don't know. But the realistic stuff seems to be more, or at least to the eyes of like the average person, this seems to be more like positively received than like, I don't know, like a stylized drawing or a sketch or something. People tend to get more. I mean, at least in this case, like my roommates never asked me if I actually drew something. Usually stuff looks like it's been drawn. This looks like it was just. I mean, to me, it's obviously like paint over of 3D, but like someone looks at it and they're like, "Holy shit, it looks so realistic!" Oh, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got here. One thing I have coming up right now is I'm planning on. I should probably not lean back so much because that's probably messing with the audio. But yeah, I signed up for a brainstorm class, which is gonna be pretty fun. Not the $800 one yet, but I got like one of those flash courses, and I'm just gonna kind of test the waters and see how it is on the off chance that like this teaches me something that I don't know. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's tricky. You look at some courses and like it's like I feel like I know these things, but there might be something in there I don't know. And of course you can find it on YouTube, but like when YouTube, like you have 1,000 videos that aren't paid for, right? And then you have one video or tutorial, I guess, that you did pay for. Chances are you're gonna pay attention more thoroughly to that tutorial. I mean, I don't know. There's something about like being part of a class and having an instructor and stuff like that. I'm just one of those people who like probably would learn a lot more in a learning like one of those settings than like on my own. But yeah, after this class I plan to take, I may, because I can't really talk about it right now, but I am working with on a project and recently, like I was thinking, like after, because my funds are obviously low right now. The new car that I bought had a fucking transmission slipping, like a slipping transmission after like the warranty ran out from the dealer, right? So, I just didn't want to go through the problem of like blah blah blah, like finding a new car, blah blah blah. So I went and got that fixed and. Fucking praying to God, knock on wood, this shit doesn't come back. I have a warranty or whatever, but that took a lot of money, man. Like, not like, man. I don't know if I want to go into specifics here. Get fucking roasted by like the few mechanics that might be subscribed or some shit. But like, yeah, I was considering like going back full time at my day job if I didn't get a gig within the next like few months. So like me taking the brainstorm class was more like well, this is going to be the last few months that I'm able to be fully part-time and fully like work on fully part-time. To be part-time and like fully work on art outside of art and design outside of work, you know? I have like 4 days a week that I can actually solely focus on that. And yeah, thankfully this company came along with the gig, so that's gonna keep me above water for a while. But I gotta find something else after that soon, obviously. But I mean, hey, if that's the way life is gonna be for a while, where I'm like kind of just, I got a gig, and then for a couple months I'm just, working on portfolio stuff, and then I get another gig, and then another couple months. I mean, I think I'm good enough with my money to be able to coast like that for a while. But would I recommend it? If you're good with money and you can put things aside for an emergency and you don't spend money on stupid shit. Like literally, I was at work the other day, and these chicks were like, I was checking out this chick at the counter, and she was like buying this small thing of water. Like how there's the small water bottles and then there's the larger water bottles. Like there's the ones that are like half the size of a normal water bottle, and they come in like 12 packs, right? And then there's the fully sized water bottles that come in like 24 packs those are both the same price. Like as a cashier, I'm sitting here watching people like buy these things, and like it's like, yo, like you're gonna buy these half water bottles. You're going to buy 12 half water bottles when you could buy 24 full water bottles for the same price. So like they would like this lady was buying like this pack of water bottles that was like $10, and it was like six waters in there. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And like, and then like oh, these look cute. Like my bagger and the lady were talking like, oh, these water bottles look cute. I might buy one after work. I'm like, what the fuck? Like you're gonna buy that because the bottles look cute? Are you shitting me? Like I was thinking that, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's crazy." That's like all I could say. I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah." But yeah, if you don't make decisions like that, I think you'll probably be pretty good. I mean, in my case, it was kind of different because, of course, I don't have like student loans or anything on my ass or like a car payment. Um, and I stayed with family and the whole or I stayed with my friend's family and the whole time I was just saving up my money, just trying to make sure like I had that money to the side for a window like this because it's really hard. It's going to be really hard for you to work on projects if you're like having a full-time job. Like you're going to be easily pushing 60 hours a week almost, like no doubt, because that's what it was for me. Like for me to do that first contract that I ever had, that's what I had to do. So um yeah, but like if things go well after this gig that I have right now, I'm considering maybe even like signing up for a full size like course for um brainstorm. Like now what like or maybe not even brainstorm, like maybe another place, who knows. But like what I'm considering right now is like I don't really know what I want to take a class on. Maybe like rendering or something. Or I honestly probably don't even need a class. Like the well, okay, that was the cockiest thing you'll ever hear me say on accident. But like it's really hard to know what your next steps are. I really want to get better at cinematics because if I go back to this thing we did for our campaign, like looking at this, I'm sure there's a lot of better ways I can handle a lot of different things. But like at the same time, like this kind of rendering is not what I want to do long term. I want to do more stylized things, not so like realistic looking. So I might take like some hand painting classes or something, like painting textures and whatnot. I know I need to like I'm thinking even about going back to like fundamental stuff and just like taking like a sort of foundation class. But perspective, it's something that's like you can kind of cheat it with Blender. Like you can just block things in and then sketch, like draw over that, and things will usually look pretty good, which is what I do right now. Whenever I like have to sketch for, I don't know if you guys heard my stomach there. Whenever I have to sketch for like a company or something, that's usually what I'll do. But because usually like I feel like I'm half good at drawing. You know what I mean? Like if I got perspective down, I'd probably be pretty good at drawing. But like right now, I kind of use Blender to set the base for things, and then I kind of draw and enhance it, if that makes any sense. I feel like whenever I'm in Discords, like I see these people who are really good at perspective and stuff like that, and they always say they need to learn Blender, and then vice versa. Like someone who knows Blender who just draws over it or whatever, enhances it, like or designs on top of it. Like they're always like, man, I need to learn how to draw like perspective. It's so weird. Like you're always. What I'm starting to realize is like you almost always just focus on the things you don't have. You know what I mean? Like you could have perspective skills and want 3D like skills, and vice versa. Or like you could be really good at painting and want to learn how to sketch, or like and that person like who's really good at sketching really wants to learn how to paint. So man, I don't know. I really need to sit down and like, because when I look at like my art inspiration, like the art style inspiration page that I have on Instagram, right, or Pinterest, I look at this and I'm like, like what about these things inspire me? I have this one saved on there twice. Like stuff like this, I really like the line work. Like I love this stuff. Like same from Jordan Tuffin has. Man, I spelled your name wrong, dude. Sorry. But he has a really good, like the way he uses line work, like on this one. Really nice line work, like, but also really good rendering. So it's like, stuff like this inspires me a lot. Like, let's look at some more stuff. almost like 90% of the stuff I have in here is going to be like some kind of line work. But yeah, see, this is pretty cool. I always like the hatching and all that kind of stuff. That's pretty cool. But I also like stuff like this. Well, this one's kind of more let me see. Yeah, see? Like the simplistic style. This I don't know what the style is even called, but there's something about these styles that are like really appealing to me. And it's like not super tight, but it's tight enough to have like details and be like understandable. You know, that's what I like. It's like walking a like fine line between real. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, dude. But like, I'm really inspired by stuff like that. And of course, I got my boy Blue Turtle on there. Man, I went to order something from this guy's store, dude, and like I saw a $16 shipping fee, and I was just like, fuck. Because I really like his art. Like, I wanted to support him and all, but like, god damn, $16 for shipping. Oh my god. See, this is pretty cool. Yeah, so like I'm in this weird stage right now. I feel like when it comes to rendering and whatnot. Like this stuff is pretty cool to me, but like I feel like I could go one like you're always gonna feel like there's one step further that you want to take it and you'll be happy. And like and then you get there and then it's like fuck man. like when I designed this thing, like I was pretty happy with it. I'm still pretty happy with it. But the line work not being as present, or no, it's still present, but like I don't know how to say it, man. It's really bugging me. Either anyways, but yeah, I don't know what class I'm gonna take after this one if things go well financially. But there is, I mean, it's damn near $1,000 for a damn class at that place. So like, I'm gonna make sure I do my research before I do it. Um, yeah, one of my friends, Evan, he took this class for cinematics and came out with some really cool looking stuff. And I'd like to do like cinematics are usually like your they're not three quarter, they're more like stuff like this, like they're like you're in the scene, like usually eye level. um but yeah, that's basically what's on my mind. You see this awkward ass picture I have on my dude. I don't take enough pictures to do this shit, man. Like some people have like 50 pictures they can just take one from. I literally just looked at the goddamn camera. I was like, fuck it, we ball. Just took the picture. I was like, fuck this. Yeah, I'm just one of those people. I don't take a lot of pictures, but I think this one specifically like hits the nail on the head in terms of the style that I enjoy. Same with some of my stuff on collections. Let me see. I have a page for inspiration on here too. Project Dragon is crazy, man. If you guys haven't seen this on ArtStation, dude, it's one of the craziest project drops I've ever seen. This company got so lucky, man, because the project got canceled, right? For the studio they were working on. They were working on this. The project got canceled and they still got to release their shit. Dude, that's like a one in a lifetime type like release. Like you never get to see this much stuff. I don't know. But I think I would like to try to find a style that's kind of similar to this. I think the weirdest part for me is like the line work having the color in it rather than just being black. You know what I mean? Like it looks like line work, but the lines are like actually like the same color. Well, this is more on the painted side, I think. This is what I was talking about when I said Fallout earlier, by the way. I was talking about like the fact that like these pre-made benches that you place around. I need to do some stuff like that. Oh man, this looks so fucking exciting, dude. But my next personal project, I wanted it to be like I wanted to try to do one of those like top-down RPG maps, man. From like, you know those maps that you can get, like they're called battle maps. I wanted to do like a top-down battle map and then have like a cutaway version of it. Oh man, that'd be so sick. I wanted to do that, but that's my next project I was planning. Like bigger project, you know. But yeah, that like stuff like that. I think I'd like to find a way to. I don't know how people do it, man. Like I try to do that. If I like here, if I draw right here. Oh, where's my pen? Fuck. Okay. So if I try to draw like we'll say a lightning bolt. That's the first thing that came to mind. All right. So if I draw this lightning bolt, right? And I have the lightning inside, like pew, 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 pew. Like you have the lightning, like okay, that doesn't look like a lightning bolt. All right, you guys get what I'm saying though, right? Like if you have this lightning bolt and you wanted to color it, like I would put like a layer under it and find some like a lightning looking color, right? And then if I wanted to render it, I drag it to the left a little bit. Add some, well, this would probably be a little brighter because it's yellow. Actually, it's really hard because there's not a lot of space to use for the highlights. How would I do this? All right, see, and then some people would have like, I don't know. Dude, if you guys know what I'm talking about and you know a good tutorial for this shit, like actually tell me. Actually tell me, please God. I like okay, what they do, like what I see some people do is like they'll have the line, so they'll have the actual lines like the same color but like they're darker, like this. Like that. Or like maybe it's a little darker. Cuz it'll look like the same. Oh wait, maybe I just did it. I'm fucking stupid sometimes. I see I told you guys. But no, like when it's like when they draw like a table or something or like a leaf. It's like the leaf is also the color of the leaf. It's crazy. Like if I draw like some plants right here, right? I have no reference. I swear every time I draw plants on video, like I draw like the same kind of leaf. So you have this leaf, then you have the what's it called? I don't know, man. They have the leaf and then they have the color. So like the color of the leaf, we're gonna go with like a green or some shit. Why'd I say that? Like there's a different color I could have went with. I mean there is, but like I don't know, the way I said that kind of cracked me up a little bit. So like they have a green, right? And then like then somehow the fucking lines are green too. Look, there's no way they just do this. There's no fucking way. There's no way. Look at this. All right, see, this is dangerous territory I'm entering right now because it's comparison, but it's like the good kind of comparison, I think. Look at it. Look. You see this leaf? It's like the same color, but like it doesn't look. I don't know. It's like part of another scene or something. Like it looks. See, and then you have the color. Oh wait, that is not what I was going for. Got like the reflection. Fuck. Wait, put this down here. Bada boom, bada bing. All right. Okay. All right. Then we get this back. If you guys are wondering like how I'm choosing my colors for this, I mean, it's not like you usually, if you're gonna do a highlight, you usually just take whatever color you are and you go like towards the higher left corner because that's where the light is. See, it's kind of close. What I did, I don't know. Yeah, see. Oh, I also dragged it down a little bit because I wanted the light to be like a little bit more vibrant or something. This is why I'm not a teacher, guys. This is why I'm not a teacher. I feel like this side would be... What the fuck? This side looks weird, man. Okay. And then because I like edge lights and shit, right? Like I usually add like... Damn. You can barely see it. Alright, in this case, I think I made the color too bright. Like the highlight color was probably too bright, and that's probably why it's not working there. Like you could add like another shade, like darker. Fucking cracked out leaf, man. Starting to look like a jalapeno or something. I usually don't render like this though. I'm just trying to... I don't know how they do it, man. I don't know how they do it. But anyways, yeah. I like to try to experiment with like line work that isn't this black and instead like matches the color of whatever it's on. But I just don't know how they do it. There's no way in hell you draw it like everything black, right? Like we're gonna draw a guy right quick, right? This is me. Right? This is me. I'm drawing. And then I want to change this to my skin color. Oh wait, it's already black. Okay, we'll just put... Holy shit, that's dark. Probably like somewhere like right here. Oh no. Actually, you know what would be funny? If I took my profile picture and see what shade of black I am. Hold on. Okay, copy image. We're about to fucking find out, boys. Am I darker or lighter? I'm gonna take it from the mid-tone because the highlights shouldn't count. Alright, let's see. Okay, that's weird. Wait, so where was that? Huh. It's weird how skin color works, eh? Alright, so this is me, right? Now, if I wanted to add the shape of my head, I would use a darker color. So I'm going to take a shadow and then put it on my head. Wait, I'll keep this black. Man. Okay, now I got like the shadow. It's going to be a lighter color, remember? My head is not that reflective, but I'm going to do it for the boys. Alright, we're just going to assume my head is just mad reflective. Fuck, I forgot what I was going for here. But you guys get what I'm saying though, right? I'd like to find a way to make my line work not look I don't know. I guess the way that you would describe it, because this is definitely line work. Or is it painting? Oh, what if it is painting, dude? Wait a second. It looks like they went over the black ink with like a textured brush. Why am I doing a live study right now? Dude, the last 30 minutes have literally been me looking at this and fucking trying to figure out how to do it. This is precisely what my stream would probably be like if I streamed. No one would watch me stream. all right, we're just gonna do one more thing real quick. Okay. So, uh, okay, I would mask that. Let's go over with an airbrush, like or a noise brush. Yeah, a noise brush. Maybe that's what they're doing here. These are erasers, though. Noise. Noise 1. Okay. And like, let's try to make this side more reflective looking. Maybe that's what they do. They probably do something like that, dude. I don't know exactly what it is, but if I like bring this darker. Wait, what the hell? I don't even see it. I don't know, man. This is how you know I'm just fucking around in this video, because this video's way longer than I thought it would be. Man, I was supposed to be playing some Runeterra and just chilling after working on the commission. But instead, I'm over here embarrassing myself. Dude, how do they do it, man? I swear I'm about to email these motherfuckers. Hey, if you work at Airborne Studios, show me the way. Dude, look at these. Oh, this is literally a lightning bolt one. Look at, oh my, dude, this looks so fun, man. Why'd they cancel this? Look at this. He's literally me. I had a lightning bolt too. See? And then like they have the plants. Oh, I just realized that these berries are shaped like dog foot, like a footprint. That's so funny, man. Oh, this one's shaped like a cat. These are like cat paw plants. How do they do this, man? Man. Airborne Studios is cool. I think these were pretty interesting too. It's so weird because like sometimes when I find work that I think looks interesting, like it's always like 7 years ago. It makes me feel like I'm behind the times or something. Like if you look at this, I think this looks pretty cool. And then like you look at his recent work and it's almost like nothing like it. It's like a completely different style. No. This is one that I thought looked pretty cool. But I feel like this is painting. This is like 3D plus painting. But it's mostly painting. But like it has a line work finish or something. I don't know what it is about this style, but like, man, if I can... Oh, man, dude. So yeah. See, so he does have the 3D. I saw this before, that's why I know that. But he has this 3D under this, and then he paints over it. Is this one up there too? This looks pretty cool too. But yeah, this is something that inspired me too. This thing. I love line work, man. I love line work, but I also love painting, and I'm trying to find a way to like bridge the two. Maybe I just need to learn how to paint, dude, and then I like learn how to paint with my lines also being there. Cause like I also like stuff like this. Like I think this looks really cool. Would I want to like make something exactly like it? Like no, but if I could find a way to mix this with line work, man, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Dude, I'd like, man. This one looks pretty cool too. I really like this one. Look, dude, check this out. It's all painting. It's all painting, but like, it's very sharp. Pack would say it's very beautiful, very powerful. And then they also have a line work version. See, this looks pretty cool. But what I'm noticing is that they don't have black lines. The lines are like darker colors, versions of that. And I'm wondering, like, when you, because usually when I'm in the line work phase, like if I'm doing my line work, it's over the 3D that I've done already. So like I'd have, like, say this is my cube, right? Okay. This is my cube, and then okay, no, this is my line work over the cube, but we don't know what color the cube is, right? So like the color, if the color was brown, I don't know. If you were to fuck, if you were to do it like under, so let's see. God, just fucking erase a border out of it. Okay. If you were to do like the line work for this cube, would you just drag this down and then like draw a cube over the cube? Oh, what the fuck? Maybe that's what they do. Dude. Maybe it's just a low opacity version of the line work. But if that's the case, see, if that's the case, like you would have to be really careful with, like, if a color's next to another color, like it'll muddy things out. Like if this cube had like grass behind it, right? Like, so let's see here. I'm gonna put it back to full opacity, right? And draw some grass behind it. It's like a, okay. So like you got some grass behind the cube. Fuck. Okay. Try not to be a perfectionist here. Alright, fuck it. Alright, you guys get what I'm saying, right? Okay, you have grass behind it. The grass is different colors, so we'll say it's like green. So it's like a green color. And then let me see. So we got the green, bada boom, bada bing. Okay. Fuck. Okay. So if I were to pit my line work, if I were to pit the transparency of the lines lower, you see how this looks? So for them to be doing it that way, it's like, dude, your color has to be like A1, or else you're like gonna have these spots where the color isn't under the line work, and it's gonna look weird. It's gonna look strange. See? But if you oh, maybe that's what they do. Like after the line work, they make sure that they just go behind the lines and like meticulously like get all of the lines that underpaint. Dude, I could not imagine doing this for a fucking cutaway though. I gotta stop cursing so much, man. Yeah, see? So you would have to go. Oh my god, that's fucking. I mean, that's crazy. Oh man, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just getting agitated thinking about that. Like, you would have to go over everything, man. You'd have to go. You'd have to be like fixing these forever, unless there's a way. Like, what would you do to get around that? Cause like, you would have to go like. Not only would you have to do that color, you'd also have to do the brown for the box, and then somehow not. Oh wait. you could use the you could lasso, you could have the thing lassoed, and that way you don't interfere with like outside of the box or outside of your line work, and you also keep you also keep this stuff, oh fuck, you also keep this stuff like its own color, so that way when you're going around it, you don't have to like worry about erasing outside of the border. But what I found is the problem with doing this way is like, because I tried it, the thing that I ran into was like sometimes every now and then when you do that, say like if you wanted to change the color of this and you change it to like blue for whatever reason, sometimes like you see how choppy that is. Like look at how pixelate how like pixely that gets. I mean, granted, you're not looking at it that close, but me just knowing like if I were to zoom in and I wanted to change it like back to like this color. I mean, wait. Yeah, see, okay. What I'm talking about is like that little thin layer that leaves the white around the edges. That's that would drive me nuts. Cause like when you go over it, right? You don't want to like add more that little lasso barrier. You don't want to add more. You just want to get like what you already have, but it ends up adding more to it. So when you go to like press G and then change the color, it adds that extra choppy pixelated look. Whereas like this one's less, I don't know. Studying with Jordan. See, if I were to do stuff like this, I'd probably just be. See, I would probably do something like this on Twitch. The thing is, like, I don't know, man. Would people actually just sit there and just watch that shit? Like, I think my voice would probably give out because I'd have to kind of think out loud, or else I'd just be sitting here like. See, if I wasn't recording a video, I'd probably have some like music on, and I'd just be quietly like, or I'm in a Discord just talking to people. Yeah, but oh man, how do you even give this a nice color? See, the problem, that's another thing I've noticed too. Like if you have your mid-tone too close to the left of the box, your light is gonna be like desaturated as hell. So like if you kind of have to like start somewhere down here or like somewhere like here, right? And then that way that gives you some more room to have like a more, not so much it gives you more room to play with, like because you could have a tone like this, or you could go even further and have a tone like this, but it does open the opportunity for you to have edge lights if you like them. You see that? So if you're anything like me and you like edge lights, like, yeah. This isn't a good representation of a good edge light, but you guys get what I mean? Like, all right, if I were to do it like this, you'd have the edge light here. So you'd have it kind of like that. And then here behind the midtone, you'd have the darker. So like that. And of course, you'd have another shade that's like slightly brighter. But in this case, I'll just like keep this the same, right? Keep this the same. And then go over the line work. Is that really how they do it? There's just no way. Dude, I refuse to believe that people do this. You just... I refuse. Dude, there has to be some kind of like, I wish there was like a tutorial. I don't know anyone like who has that style that makes videos, you know what I mean? fucking, I don't know. I would probably bring the edge light back this far, but be a little thinner. If you want it to look super reflective, like that. And then use maybe some darker tints to like these are craters or something, and the edge lights like on the edge of the crater. See how that looks from afar? Looks like an actual crater, right? But it's not like it's not like a crazy crater. It's like a slow, like a low detail. It doesn't look like a deep hole, but it's definitely like this. The elevation between these two are definitely different. That's why they're catching different levels of light. If I were to like take these and like fuck around with them, what the hell? But yeah, also if you guys know how to see, this is this is what I mean in terms of like this is usually how I think this is how people usually like this is personally how I like to study though. Like it's on something that's not like serious at all. No design thought. It's probably just a basic like cube like this, and then right. So now that I have these different looking, or like a decent tent, right, like somewhere in the middle up here. You go down here, you're kind of getting into. I mean, yeah, this could probably work too. But like I would say the halfway mark is the lowest I would go for mid-tone. And then I would go that way for the reflection. But I want this to be a little brighter and maybe a little warm too. Like that. Yeah. That feels. This isn't a light study though, so this shit's probably not gonna look too good, but bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, but yeah, I got some pretty interesting stuff coming up in terms of just life, I guess. I mean, I don't want to. I just don't know what class I want to take next, man. Like, if I look at the brainstorm classes, let me check it out. Hopefully, this isn't against some. I never see people do this. Okay, like if I were to look at a brainstorm class, like which one would I take? The one that I'm taking right now is a Flash. I'm not gonna say which one. I want the like owner, the guy to get like bombarded. I don't know how many views this video is gonna get, dude. Imagine if the video that I made that got like 300,000 views, like I shouted out someone who didn't want to get shouted out. You know what I mean? Like that's the shit I worry about. But oh okay. Oh wait, these weren't the ones I saw when I signed up for Flash classes. This is all storyboarding, VizDev, Blender. The one I took already closed. It was called Fantasy Blender. Or Fantasy Blender. Yeah. I wanted to see if there was some like shortcuts and stuff I could use in Blender that would be pretty cool. Of course, you can just watch a YouTube video and find all that out, but I also wanted to experience a Flash class, so there we are. But like it's in terms, I know there's some things that I want to explore in the future though. I want to get familiar with Unreal Engine in hopes that I can maybe make like concepts in Engine, or like even like stylized concepts in Unreal Engine where you can have like the wind blowing through them and stuff. I know you can do that on Blender, but like it'd just be more interesting for me if I did it that way. Oh man, I seriously don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do for that next class. This is all assuming that everything goes well with the class or the gig I'm having right now though. Alright, so maybe I should make it a little darker around this, yeah, because and I know I'm not painting like a pretty picture or anything. This is basically just me, I guess, studying in a video. I'm not even referencing what I was trying to study anymore. I'm just kind of going through the motions in a way. Alright, maybe I just put this as a dark color. Oh fuck, man, that looks way worse than I thought it would. Holy shit. That looks way worse than I thought it would, man. See, now I gotta like, see, if I were to clean this up, I gotta worry about like the underlines and like, man. Whereas if it was just like black line work, like 100% opacity, you can't see like the inconsistencies under the line work. Dude, this looks muddy as shit. I gotta take that background off. But yeah, what was I about to say, man? Yeah, I still don't know which class I'm gonna take, but portfolio-wise, I'm definitely leaning towards a lot more the game industry. I mean, I'd like to get into the game industry, but the next best thing for me would be somewhere between like miniatures, like making printable stuff, and like doing work for like board games, like tabletop games and stuff like that. I think that'd be really cool to be able to learn, be able to do. So a lot more of my stuff in the future might be like kind of D&D related, and if I happen to get on a game that's D&D related, man, that'd be fucking sick. Or not D&D like specifically, but like tabletop stuff. That'd be sick. See, this I can do. Like I can do the shadows like that. Like color. But even that looks kind of strange, bro. Not gonna lie. That's just the way it is. Alright, man. I'll catch you guys later, dude. This video's crazy. But yeah, next time you guys hear from me, it's probably gonna be somewhere near the end of October. Maybe in the middle of my brainstorm class. Yeah. Talk about that a little bit. I'll catch you guys later. I got some Discord messages probably from the boys. I don't know who it is, but I'll catch you guys later. I hope you guys got a good listen out of this. I don't know what. Hopefully something was insightful. And oh dude, what if I intrusive thought here? Like what if I drew like the ground under this like add some rocks in there. See, if I were to fix this up, I could definitely see this looking cool. Like if I redrew the plants and shit, took the scribbles off of this this cube. And I actually like gave a shit about the line work for the painting for these, because this is atrocious. I don't know. I could see this looking pretty cool if I actually put some effort into the bada boom bada bing. I forgot the word. Oh wait, this is like, there should be more stuff back here too, because the position we're at. but you don't want to interfere with the plants too much. I almost want the plants to like pop out from the background, you know what I mean? Dude, people are gonna watch this video and just be like, what the shit? What is this guy on? He's on some kind of drugs. I wonder if you guys can hear my stomach, man. I haven't eaten anything yet, so my stomach's kind of freaking out. I've eaten something today, but like it's been a while since I ate, so my stomach's just like, feed me. I'm like, nah, man, just one more line, one more line. All right. I hope you guys like my portrait. Let me know what you think out of 10. I think it looks just like me. Damn, what the fuck happened to my... Oh, nah. Okay, anyways, yeah, I think that looks just like me. Damn near 1-to-1. If you like Photoshop my face on there, that's me. It's literally me. See, watch. Like, see? It's literally me. All I gotta do is get rid of line work. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright. Where's this thingy? Alright. I'll catch you. Oh. It's like starting like an infinite loop right there. You see that? Alright. I'll catch you guys. 2-hour video out of nowhere. There's no way this... Alright. I'll catch you guys. See ya. Peace.